why is Elon Musk, for example, why are they still working? Why are they still striving to do the next thing? Because they're innovative, ambitious, they want to do all this stuff, and that's just part of being an entrepreneur.
You talk about time freedom, location freedom, financial freedom, but what is often left off is...
That's why I love trading so much. If you're good at trading, or if you've got the right psychology in trading, you're going to be successful in any other endeavor. When you're an entrepreneur, everything is on you. I like to make the decisions. I like to be the one that I don't have to listen to what someone else says. I decide, and then I act, or other people act. The standard's getting higher and higher and higher. The following is like growing, and you're getting more and more eyes. Exactly what we're wanting from the content side of things is happening. We've only been operating ready for about a year and a little bit. And all the people that started right at the beginning, they're all now getting like 500k in funding, 900k in funding, 100k's in funding, moving to Thailand, full-time traders. That's insane in a year. The issue is, one of the biggest things I've learned in the last year in particular is just... Hello, kitten. Get yourself involved.
Very interesting.
We're basically just going to have a conversation. Me and Sam, this is Sam if you guys aren't aware.
No.
Big part of what we do here on the YouTube, on Instagram, and everything to do with WorkFX and my personal brand as well. Perfect guy for it. But yeah, we just have these conversations all the time about where we want to go, both very ambitious, have very high targets, also match it with the work rate. But yeah, basically we have conversations like this all day, every day, and we thought, fuck it, let's film one and see if anyone's actually interested in this. I'm looking at the fucking screen again. If anyone's interested in this type of conversation, because obviously I remember when I first started business, there's very few people who actually talk about this kind of stuff and people that you can speak to about it. So why not listen to us having a conversation about it?
Yeah.
Introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Sam. I run everything behind the scenes, everything at WorkFX. But yeah, we were basically just chopping it up and talking about what our like kind of motivations are for like doing well and being successful. Money's one thing, but then aside from money, what are you working towards? Like, what do you want?
So yeah, we literally just had this conversation. Sam was talking about, why do you want so much money? Why is that your next goal? And for me, I'm always in the position where I said, the best thing about money is not having to worry about money. That's the absolute best thing, because I remember being in debt, going out, even like we would go for a drink and like, I would have to be like, fuck, I need to check the bank and stuff like that for a drink, which is fucking horrible. Like, you can't enjoy yourself even the smallest things.
Yeah.
But when you have money, you don't even have to think about that. It's like, you don't even like give it two thoughts. I was going to say something really crucial. Oh man, that's so annoying.
What was it about?
So good. I remember I thought about it.
About earning money or what?
It's about like, obviously not having to worry about money. Oh, that's super stressful.
I think like the point I was trying to make is like, for me it's like, obviously you have to enjoy the journey to make money or there's no point in doing it, which obviously that makes sense. And I know you enjoy doing work and I enjoy doing what I'm doing. And like the current thing that I'm building, I know I'm going to enjoy the delivery of and like helping people to grow their businesses and stuff like that. You've got to enjoy what you do, you've got to enjoy the business, but then it's like, you've got to have like a goal, whether it's a monetary goal or like a lifestyle goal or like a milestone goal, you've got to have something in mind to like, strive for. And I feel like when it's purely monetary, striving for those milestones can become like a bit like
yeah, I get what you're saying.
tedious.
Yeah, it's, in terms of like, I remember it's all perspective. I was having a big call today about perspective and like where I was a couple years ago, I would have, if I was on even 10k a month, I'd have fucking gassed. I'd be like, this is the best thing. Now I've been on that for like ages. It's like I don't even, I'm not even like, I don't think about it. It's like the actual difference between being on like, my life hasn't changed at all. Like I do the exact same things. I don't spend flamboyantly. I don't do anything ridiculous. I wear the same shoes every day that have holes in it. Like, but because I just don't care to spend, like, that's not why I want to make money, is to spend money. It's really weird. Yeah. It's more of like like we were saying, it's like, you're the one that did it. You're the one that escaped. You're the one that like everyone realizes he's got something special. He's got this burning fire in him that makes him more ambitious than everyone else, that works harder than everyone else, that gets success. I love that, like, we've not come from money as well. Like, we've not come from a position where we started up there and then we've just maintained or gone slightly higher. We've literally gone from like the bottom and we're going to go all the way to the fucking top. I feel like that's just being able to say that that's what my life, I did that in my life, when 99.9% of people can't say they've done that.
Yeah,
is
it's like as like egotistical and like materialistic as it sounds. Money is like the ultimate indicator of like how well you've done at the end of the day.
Oh, 100%.
So I fully get that, and it's tricky. It's tricky because you want to strive for the success, and the money comes with it, as opposed to like
Like, exactly. I couldn't, like I said, I could not give a shit about actually having money.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really care. If I had billions, again, my life really wouldn't be that different. And I said this as well a minute ago, in terms of like, you were like, what does your dream life look like? What does your lifestyle look like? It would literally be what I'm doing now. Because I would never want to be on a beach with millions and millions of pounds with fuck all to do and no goals and nothing to work on, because then you're just bored as fuck and life's shit. It's not shit. Most people would dream of having that life. But to me, and you think, like, why is Elon Musk, for example, and all these other like successful people, why are they still working? Why are they still striving to do the next thing? He wants to be the first people on Mars or whatever the fuck they're doing. It's like, because they're innovative, because they're ambitious, they want to do all this stuff, and that's just part of being an entrepreneur or like being successful. It's like, you don't stop just because you've hit a milestone or just because you can have goals in mind. Like, I have goals of doing like ridiculous things, but like when I actually hit them, there'll be another goal. It won't be, it won't just stop at that point.
When you put it like that, it's like the only real thing that having money changes is like the room you work in, the monitors you work on, the clothes you wear to work, essentially. But it's like, even if you say, for example, you lost all your money, you'd still want to do the same thing. You'd still come in, trade somehow, or like, you know, you'd want to start up like a community like work. Although the goal might be a monetary goal, the process isn't purely for money. Like the thing that you enjoy is the process to get to the money. Yeah,
a big thing that I always used to think about, the one thing that I don't actually talk about much, and I just forget completely because it's been such a long time since I have, is like, actually fully, I've worked for myself for like a long time now, and like, that's so good. Like, it's as much as like I didn't even realize when you're working in a company, or like there's hierarchies of managers, and there's people that you've got to impress, people that you've got to, all this different stuff. It's like, why would you want to be the person there? Like, and that's a respect thing as well, like we were talking about respect. The one thing I'd always want to do, whether I was poor, rich, anywhere in between, I'd always want to be working for myself. Just because I always feel like working for especially big organisations, or even small companies to a degree, it can just mean that you're just a part of a moving machine, rather than one that makes decisions.
Yeah, exactly. That's even the case sort of in, for example, an agency owner, right?
So you've gone through this whole transition. Right?
Exactly. So where I was in a company before, marketing company, effectively doing the same thing, content creation and stuff like that, you adhere to what your senior says, and then your senior adheres to what her senior says. So there's very little wiggle room and like room for creativity. Whereas even if you are an agency owner, and I don't personally like the agency model because, as you know, I'm like trying to transition away from it. Even if when you're an agency owner, although you technically have these people that you still work for and have to deliver results for, you have all of that freedom to like make the decisions and be the person in charge. And I feel like that's in itself, regardless of the money side of things, is like so freeing. You talk about time freedom, location freedom, financial freedom, but what is often left off is the freedom to like decide what your day is, to structure your own days, to structure your own time.
And it's a weird one. It's like, it's not everyone's like that. So I had a rant on my TikTok at one point saying how I was basically complaining about being an entrepreneur, but I wasn't. Then people took it as I was complaining about entrepreneur.
I remember that one.
A lot of people were like commenting, like some people were like, oh, this is a good point to look at. Some people were like, why are you complaining? You're like doing well. And I'm just like, I'm not complaining. I'm just making you guys aware of the fact that when you're an entrepreneur, everything is on you. So like I was saying, I like to make the decisions. I like to be the one that I don't have to get decided for, to a degree. Like I don't have to listen to what someone else says and then act on that. I decide and then I act, or other people act. And now that sounds really good to like people listening, to, I don't know, anyone. But when you're actually in the position doing it, imagine like most girls, not being sexist, most girls can't decide, especially my girlfriend at least, can't decide where to go for fucking dinner at night. And it's like, I spoke to you the other day on the pace of making decisions, like how important speed to decision is. And like, that's the biggest thing, I think, one of the biggest things I've learned in the last year in particular, is just moving like that. Even if it's wrong, it's better to be wrong quickly than
100%.
right, but it's taking you months to decide on that. Obviously, if it's a really big decision, it's like if you're wrong, there's a big fuck up, then those take more time. On decisions that you can make like a relatively quick decision on, and without there being a huge downfall if you're wrong, just make the decision that what seems natural to you, just make the decision.
Yeah.
Because then you can actually progress and you can move. But it's when people like hover over decisions all the time, especially if you're trying to be an entrepreneur. Oh, I might do it this way, I might do that. I remember I speak to people all the time about creating content. They really want to create content. They spent months just deciding on what type of content to make.
Yeah.
I was like, just fucking make the content and then just see what works. Like, it's not
exactly, mate. That's the main things. Like, even the other day I was talking to someone who really wanted to create content at the start of their TikTok and stuff like that. They were like planning it out, scripts, blah blah blah. They had pages and pages of scripts, and I was like that to a degree. Before I started posting content, I was like, okay, I need to script this out. I need to have like this proper content plan in place. But until you start posting, you could make this beautiful content plan, can make all the content, start posting it, and it completely flops and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So it's much better to post that first video, post those first 10 videos, all of them do shit. Then you can turn around and be like, okay, that didn't work. How can I tweak it?
Exactly.
And even better is like from video to video. For example, if you look at the videos I started making back in like August versus like the videos I make now, there's very minor tweaks in like the structure of the scripts, the hook, the way that I've edited it in terms of like how much B-roll's put in, the speed of cuts. Like, it's all these tiny little iterative changes that you can only make when you're actively doing it.
It's like even the content you've made for me, like when you first came on, it's completely different. It's changed quite a lot of times. And it's like, it's not that it's bad or good or anything like that. It's just like the standard's getting higher and higher and higher. Now the following is like growing and you're getting more and more eyes, and like exactly what we're wanting from the content side of things is happening.
Exactly.
And we've got, like, I mean, realistically, you know exactly what's going to make it work, the growth, and we've seen it, especially with these small adjustments you're talking about. A lot of the time it's just seeing what works, like you're saying. Like, you post 10 videos, none of them do bad, one of them does it right.
You double down on the one that does
exactly,
right.
And then just see it, and if it keeps working, then that's just start a video. Just do that consistently.
And that's all that I've kind of done as like someone that makes content. That's all I've kind of done like throughout. Even when I started learning how to edit, how to like create content, how to be online, social media, whatever, that's all you ever do. And it's the same probably for you when you started trading. Oh, 9 times that didn't fucking work. This one time this really worked. Okay, what did I do right there? Let's double down on it.
It's weird. So this conversation I was having with one of the Reflex traders, he's really good. He's been in for a few months. I actually had 2 this morning. They were both really advanced to the point where they've only been on for a few months, and the level of trading that they're at is ridiculously high, like higher than I was 2.5 years in. The issue is, at the moment, we're getting all the people that we've only been operating ready for about a year and a little bit. And all the people that started right at the beginning, they're all now getting like 500k in funding, 900k in funding, 100k's in funding, moving to Thailand, full-time traders. That's insane in a year. But then obviously the people that are actually really good, they've gone to a really good stage in 3-4 months. They're obviously like, oh, I want to do this, I want to scale. And yeah, you've got the skill set now. But in trading, the way that someone trades is obviously down to the market's opportunities. So if you've got the skill set and you're not in the position where you think you should be, that's generally just because of time.
Yeah.
So if you've got the skill set, you know that you're profitable, you know that you can trade, you know your strategy, you know your system, you're good psychologically, you're good risk management, it will play out. You just need to give it time, because there's only so many opportunities the market can give you in a certain period of time. So we'll have people in there who are really good traders after 3-4 months, and they're like, how are these guys getting 7 figures in funding, 6 figures in funding, whatever? You're seeing me, I'm almost 5 years deep in trading now.
Yeah, exactly.
So like me having these 20k months, whatever, that's because I've spent so long doing it and I've given it time. I've got hundreds, if not thousands of trades behind me in those 4 or 5 years of experience. It's like you're 3-4 months in, you've probably got like, what, less than 100? And it's like, you can't even build a sample size out of 100, really. Well, that is a sample size, that's my point.
Yeah.
So the fact that you're expecting results that quickly, and they're not expecting it, I'm just saying, like, because I'm even on the calls to them, like, fucking hell, you boys are really good, really good level. One in particular is like super high quality trader. I'm like saying to me, seeing all these results, and he's like, and even some people are in a position where they are new as well and they're getting really good results. But I speak to so many traders and so many different people in different positions. I can tell very quickly who's doing well. And a lot of the time, there's a big book in trading called Trading in the Zone, and it talks about a new trader winning their first position compared to losing their first position. If a trader wins their first position, they're statistically more likely to fail in trading.
Really?
Because they've got the mindset and the ego of like, I have to win. That's expected. Oh, this is easy. And you'll have some traders get results really quickly. So let's say someone's more risky, they've got more capital behind them, they can approach funding challenges after funding challenge, they can fund a big account. And then you've got someone who's a really good trader but undercapitalized, or with the good psychology, and he's a bit risk averse, and he's a bit more kind of taking it step by step, which is the right way to do it. The first person who's more risky might get results quicker. So this person, they're thinking, fuck, what am I doing wrong? This guy's doing well. When realistically, he's 10 times better the trader. He's 10 times the trader this guy is. But you don't realise that because all you're looking at is results. All you're looking at is, oh, this guy's got funded. Oh, this guy's got a payout. Oh, this guy's got leaderboards. But like realistically, what about all the other months? What about everything else? What about the bigger picture, the actual skill set of that trader? He might have millions to go into trading with. You might have nothing. There's a big difference.
Exactly.
So I think it's all kind of down to perspective, and obviously within experience, like people think it's going to happen like really quickly. Some people it will, especially if they've got capital. Some people will take a year, 2 years, 3 years. For me, it's at 3 years. That is just
I think especially like with trading, it is very much like you can only do a certain amount. It's not like with certain skill sets where, for example, video editing, I could sit down for 6 days straight, not sleep, drink ridiculous amount of Red Bull and learn everything there is to know about editing. Whereas with trading, it's like you can back test, forward test, whatever, but it's like
that's still limited.
Live, like on the market trading, you can only learn as
you do
time progresses.
And that's it's only you. Like for example, I'm not going to get that set up every day, and I'm also not going to get that set up. It's really only limited to 1 or 2 to a day. Which even then, like I get annoyed at myself if I overtrade or if I do anything like that. That still happens. Obviously now, even being a professional trader for I don't even know how, like a year and 9 months now. As a full-time trader. That's why I love trading so much. Is because if you're good at trading, or if you've got the right psychology in trading, you're going to be successful in any other endeavor because your mindset is so crafted. You're so self-reflective. You're constantly looking in the mirror every single day because that's the only way that you can improve. If you apply that then into a business, if you apply that into just even your relationships or anything like that, everything will be a lot better because you're so self-reflective. Tate is someone who's always like, you're in the position you are because of you. That's it. If you're successful, it's because of you. If you're not, it's because of you. That's it. Even like obviously for very unfortunate people, maybe not so much, but in general, even if you're just in this country, every position that you're in, every position you find yourself in is due to your actions. The same with chess. Like you're playing chess. It's why he talks about chess a lot. It's because, and why he loves chess, or why it's just a good game to learn. It's because everything you're doing is you're in the position because of you. You messed up somewhere to lose this game, and you've got to reflect on that and improve on that to not do it again. And that's how you improve. Exact same with trading. I think in terms of obviously applying that into their business, then what we do, it's like that's why I think we work so well together, is because we'll do the output, we know what needs to be improved, and we'll go ahead and actually adjust things. We'll actually make things better. We'll increase output. We'll increase the quality of videos. We'll make them more trading related. We'll do these little things, or we'll change the it's like little things, but we're so constantly on it that that's why it will grow to a very big level. And it's the same thing with trading. That's all it is: refining your strategy, refining your edge.
100%. Let us know if you enjoyed this style of video, and we'll potentially do it again.
Ranty videos with Bob and Sam. Subscribe.
Do that.
Subscribe. Follow our Instagrams. Sam's got some really big projects coming up as well, so make sure to follow him. And subscribe to his recently made YouTube channel as well. See you all in the next video.